Okay, good morning, good afternoon, actually, everyone, and good morning for those who are attending the meeting from the other side of the ocean. And I see people arriving and the number is increasing, so we are ready to start with the program in few minutes. Program that will be quite dense because we have almost a couple of hours to stay together because at the beginning we have all the um, a presentation by Professor Santesteban on cover crop. And then we have some companies who are proposing some solution to the main challenges that the grape growers are facing around the world. So, we already have a good number of people coming in. So I will start asking, introducing the different speakers and the panelists. And I will start from Professor Santesteban, Gonzaga Santesteban of the Public University of Navarra, that I thank for giving the availability of giving this this speech. So Gonzaga, if you want to say hello to the people.
Yeah, hello everyone, and thank you for joining. I will present myself in more detail later, but good to be here with you.
Good, good. And then I want to present Katerina Klesheva. She's working with us in Vinidea, and she's a good help and a great help in the, of the technical side. So thank you, Katerina, for helping us. And among the panelists who will talk after representation of Professor Santesteban, I see in the order Asia from Vigneti Divai Rauschedo.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you today and present our innovations.
Very good. And then I see Theo actually, Veragro.
Yeah, hello everyone. So Theo from Verago. Verago, a startup based in France.
Very good. And Jordan from Biomerieux.
Hey, hello, how are you? Good to see you.
Okay, good, good, good. Other people will join during the webinar. So, okay, we said okay. They will join later on, so we will introduce them later. And let me start with a very short presentation of what is EPAWI and what is WICA. EPAWI and WICA are respectively an European project and something that we would like to build up. I hope you can see my screen. Can you?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So the project who is proposing this webinar and this initiative is called EPAWI. That is an acronym for European Partnership for Auxiliary Wine Industry Innovation. That's a European project of the program COSME, funded by European Commission, of course, and the idea and the output, the main output of this project is to create this WICA, so the Wine Innovation Collaboration Alliance. That is actually an alliance, an association in between different clusters and other BSOs, so business support organization, as they are called, whose goal is to foster and improve innovation through cooperation by different people, by different entities, actually. The partners of this project are actually the main clusters on wine, specific on wine. Innoven in Bordeaux, that is the coordinator also of the project. Innovi, that is a Catalan cluster for vitivinicultura in Spain. Advid with Collab, and that's Portuguese, and AgriFood SVG, that is an Italian cluster from Friuli Venezia Giulia. So all these clusters are very much active into the wine industry, and all of them need to foster and to push and to promote innovation, technological innovation. We are Vinidea, so we are not officially partner of the European project, but we are providing all the technical support for many of the activities that we will see. This graph also explains you what want to do weaker, but in general, the activity of these clusters. And the idea is to put together and promote cooperation in between all the different entities who are dealing with innovation, who are building up the innovation, actually. Of course, we're talking about researchers, like Professor Mondaga, Professor Santesteban, and many others. But also, we would like to involve the producers, the grape and the wine producers. Many of them are pioneers who are testing the innovation before getting into the practice, before becoming mainstream. But in order to allow the new finding to become a new practice that is really used, we often, if not always, need the work of suppliers. Some of them are represented here today, but these people are bringing the new finding, transforming it into goods, services, and providing this distribution and providing assistance and make possible that the producer, the pioneer, can have it available in their winery and their vineyards. There is another actor which is into this game, and these are the public institutions, because many times there is public funding, and depending where the funding is directed, you can help or not help innovation to become mainstream. So the idea of this project and that this cluster and of WICA, so the Wide Innovation Collaboration Alliance, is to create sort of to be an interface among all this. I will go more into details into this WICA goals. So before going to the rest, I would like to give a little more information about the WICA. If you can see my screen, I hope so. So what is the project EPAWI and what they want to do? The main goal are to identify the main challenges of wine growers and wine producers, which seems easy, but is not at all. Once we have seen these main challenges, to identify the auxiliary companies who are proposing solutions for these challenges, to promote and facilitate international development of auxiliary companies, especially in a cooperation environment. And then, as I was saying at the beginning, to establish this Wide Innovation Collaboration Alliance that was to do it, to keep doing it after when the project will be finished. So which are the benefits of this? The idea is to provide services and benefit to all the categories of the innovation ecosystem, as we say. So to wine grower to be able to identify better the challenge, to connect with other growers and winemakers worldwide, and especially to inform the research about and the industry about the needs they have. The supplying companies, they also can know where to invest in the research and development and being able to offer solution to the practitioners. For the researchers, to know which are the main challenge by the practitioners is very important, and also the collaboration with suppliers in order to speed up the build up of the development and innovation is also very important. And this business support organization, which means the cluster we have been already mentioned, but other entities like us who are trying to be interface among these, of course, is a good way to with WICA to get more contact, to build up a network and to facilitate all these activities. So the project itself was already starting to do some of these actions, maybe testing some of these actions. The first one we have done was a a very large survey, worldwide survey. We have more than 700 answers to surveys regarding the main challenges of grape growing, of winemaking, and different questions. For 40 questions was a big survey. And we have seen that, first of all, there are some challenges who are more important than others. Like can see here that as an average, extreme weather or climate change, of course, is one of the big issue. Others are much less important, but also you can see that we can identify big differences in between in the ranking of these challenges depending on the country. So what is very important, for example, in US, is not necessarily the big worry and the big challenge in other countries in Europe, for example. That is winemaking, for example. The first one was grape growing. And for example, in winemaking, we've seen that's an average, it's not separated by country, but reduction of additives, alcohol level, nutrition level, healthier wine are the main topics. And of course, the ratio of acidity and alcohol. Other things are less important. So it doesn't mean we are not important, maybe are very important in some regions, but generally speaking, they are not the big issue. And of course, we can make zoom for Argentina in this graph. Another things we have done was to see what is already available, because sometimes there are things which have been already developed and we don't know about them. So we have done a crowd writing contest. It's a new way to get this information. And we ended up gathering 45 different solutions presented by the supplier that we have been put into a innovation catalog that is available already on our website, and you can find it the link. So there are 45 different solutions that some of them will be presented later on in this webinar. Many others can be found into the catalog. I start here to introduce the next activity after the webinar, next activity of EPAWI, which is a brokerage event. So all these 45 solutions, which means some equipment, machines, product, or any software, anything, can be discussed more in depth with the expert who have been developed them during this brokerage event. So if you need some more information on what you will hear, the pitch you will hear after this presentation, or in others that are in the catalog that I invite you to see, you just register and book a slot of 20 minutes where you can have a one-to-one interview, one-to-one discussion with the expert of the company. Maybe Caterina would be so kind to put on the chat the link to a brokerage event. So if you want, you can go see who are available and book the time or ask for a specific meeting. Another activity we have done are different events or this webinar, for example, we have done a lot of them, trying to see between Congress and missions and webinars or workshops on market. So very different activities that we would like to test during the project, but those who have been working quite well, and we have identified a certain number, actually will be part of the WICA activity at the end of the project. This project ends in September this year. So we are very close to the official constitution and the beginning of the life of the WICA. I think that's enough. I just invite you to go to the website that you see here and to look around, see what it is. And if you are looking for innovation and want to stay update on what is has been developed in Europe or outside Europe, and how you can cooperate and build up cooperation with other actors worldwide, that's probably a good website to keep in mind and a good network to be in. So now is the time to listen and see the different pitches. So if I can ask Gonzaga to switch off the camera so we can leave the floor to Asia. Asia is from EPAWI Cooperativa Raucedo. That's a nursery in Italy, but operating worldwide. And she is talking about resistant varieties, correct? And rootstock. So you have quite a wide topic. If I can ask you to keep the 5 minutes, we agreed would be great in order to avoid going too long. Thank you, Asa.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you for the organizers for giving us this opportunity to present today our innovations. And today we are going to speak about new varieties and rootstocks that are resistant to abiotic stress and also biotic stresses.
If I can, we are not looking at the full screen
sorry.
slide. If you can.
Yes, sure. Sorry. So my name is Asia, and I'm a grape breeder at Vinidea Cooperativa Raucedo. Vinidea Cooperativa Raucedo is the world's largest nursery. We are situated in the northern Italy, close to Venice, actually, and we are working worldwide. So the annual production is about 100 million plants per year, yes, and we are working mainly in all wine-growing countries. And in the countries where there are direct sales are not available, we have partners that you can see on this slide. For example, in Canada, it's Upper Growers Canada. And in California, it's Nova Vine Nursery. In Chile, it's Univiveros. In South Africa, it's Bosman Adama. And in Australia, it's Chalmers Nursery. And in New Zealand, it's Riversun Nursery. Vinidea Cooperativa Raucedo started its research activity back in 1960s with the clonal selections. And currently we have around 600 clones of VCR clones to basically all varieties, most marketed varieties. And thanks to our new research center, which is well equipped with laboratories, screen houses, browse chamber, experimental vineries, and cultivation tunnels, and basically everything, we participate in different international and national research. So back to our theme, why resistant varieties? First of all, we need somehow to mitigate the challenges of climate change. So due to high temperatures and drought, we need some varieties that can resist it and are well adapted to the shift of phenology in vines that we can observe due to this climate change. And also the changes in the vine that we can observe itself, like higher acidity and different levels of aromatic and polyphenolic maturity. So what can we do? We can use new varieties that are close in terms of aromatics and polyphenolics and enological profile to the main varieties, but are also resilient to climate change and more resistant to different diseases. If we are talking about Europe, for example, by 2030, we had to reduce the pesticide use by 50% and increase biological viticulture by 25%, which is a lot and which is a real horror for viticulturists, how they can cope with this situation and the climate change. So we are offering you a really good and ecological solution. Back in 2006, Vinidea Cooperativa Raucedo started collaboration with the University of Udine and Institute of Applied Genomics. And the result of this collaboration are 14 new varieties that are resistant to downy and powdery mildew, but also very close enologically and agronomically to their noble parents. So we have, as you can see here, 3 varieties that are very close to Sauvignon Blanc. This is Sauvignon Cretos, Sauvignon Ritos, and Sauvignon Nepis. And 2 Merlot varieties, resistant varieties like Merlot Cantos and Merlot Coros. 2 Cabernet Sauvignon varieties, resistant ones that are Cabernet Aedes and Bolos. And also the last ones are the two Pinot Blanc types of varieties and Pinot Noir types of varieties. These varieties were already registered in Italy and in many countries across Europe. They are already available, and they are also available from our partners. For example, in Nova Vine in California, you can already buy these varieties, and they are finishing quarantine in South Africa and Chile, and soon will be available also in New Zealand. For sure, we are having our own breeding program that we launched in 2015. And currently, we already have 11 varieties that will be soon, 11 new varieties that will be soon released to the market. So we performed crosses with different 90 quality donors, which are well-known international varieties, France varieties, Spanish varieties. And in red, you can see the varieties that will be available soon. They are under the registration. These are the Glera, for example, which is used for Prosecco production, Chardonnay, Grenache, Nebbiolo, Saperavi, Ayren, Gadello, and Traminer. So they will be available in coming years. And all the others are coming as well. And last but not least, VCR is an exclusive licensee of M rootstocks. These are the new rootstocks that were created by the University of Milano and are now available on the market. As you may know, the rootstock pool currently is very small in viticulture, and this really doesn't help us to approach the climate change problems. So the new rootstocks are needed for sure. And these 4 new rootstocks are well adapted to higher salinity levels, for example, higher drought. They induce higher yields and quality in the cyan variety, and they are also more resistant to the lime soils. So I was very quick, so thank you for your attention. If you need more information, you can find it on our website, which is indicated below. This is vivairoshe.com, and you can address me directly on my email. And I'm looking forward to seeing you during the brokerage event. So thank you.
Thank you, Asia. You've been very clear and respectful of the time you got. I also join you in inviting people if they want. The brokerage event is going to be on 18 and 19 of July, so in a couple of weeks. It's going to be during the afternoon because we want to give a possibility to the American and Latin American people. And all those who want to have more insight and to talk, for example, with Asia or with the other people, also in the catalog for 20 minutes, one by one, posing all the questions, they are available for doing it. You just have to register on the link you have on the chat, and you will have a possibility to choose among a lot of people. Asia, thank you again.
Thank you.
You've been a great work. And as I was saying in the beginning, it is important to have the companies together with the research. Gonzaga also was mentioning the need he has to work with people who knows about seeds, about herbs, because the university can set up the principle, but someone has to put this into the field, and university often cannot do it without the collaboration, the cooperation with the companies like VCR or the others. You're mentioning the University of Milano collaboration. That's a good example how it can come out. Thanks again. So now we go to the second company that is going to be Veragrow. And so I ask Theo, if I'm not wrong, correct?
Yeah.
Hello, Theo.
Hello.
So please tell us what is Veragrow and what are you proposing in terms of better management of viticulture? We are very curious about that.
Yeah, thank you. So hello everyone. So I'm Theo Saint-Martin from Veragrow, and I'm going to speak about what we do at Veragrow. Do you see my screen well? Hope so. So,
Yes.
Veragrow is a company, startup based in Normandy. We founded Veragrow 5 years ago, and I'm one of the founders. And at Virago, we take a really close look and interest about a small animal, which is at the center of activity. This animal is the largest biomass on Earth. This indispensable animal is the earthworm. But why earthworm is so indispensable? Because for hundreds of million years, the earthworm has been feeding our soil. This soil feeds our plants, the plants that we feed on. In fact, the earthworm has been present in our soil since 350 million years. It's 350 million years of evolution, of research and development carried out by nature, by life. And this is on all this knowledge that we are trying to get the secret out of it. So at Virago, we are producing biostimulants based on vermicompost. So the first innovation that we have developed is what we call a continuous flow vermicomposting system. It allows us to recycle bio-waste. So at Virago, we recycle horse manure and coffee ground and to transform it into vermicompost. It's quite simple to understand. We put our bio-waste into the red point, a mixing bowl. It will grind and homogenize all the matter. And after it will be fed into a spreading system. Once the spreading system is full, it will go through the production line. This production line is 25 meters long. And in this production line live millions of earthworms. So why we call it continuous flow system? Because we feed earthworm from the top. We harvest the vermicompost from the bottom without ever disturbing the worms. And this vermicompost is our raw material to produce our biostimulant. Depending on which product we produce, we also complement the recipe with different ingredients, 100% natural origin. And we can do this through, this is the main innovation at Virago, is the liquid process we have developed. This liquid process enables us to extract and concentrate all the active principle of the element of interest, as well as all the microorganisms which are specific from earthworm into this liquid format. So we have developed a range of three products, a biostimulant product, so a seed coating product, a foliar spraying product, and also a soil preparations product. Just quickly, a word about the biostimulant market. In the world, it's actually 3.5 billion euros, and the main market is in Europe with 2 billion euros. It's growing like plus 10% each year. And now let's have a look on the fields, how it is working. So we have tested our biostimulant on the large kind of crops. For example, on corn, we get almost plus 9% of yield in average. We are in Normandy, so we have a lot of culture of rapeseed, where we got plus 14% yield. These plant cover crops, the third trial that, as you see, it was a trial conducted on the south of France with a cooperative specialized on vine. And we got plus 4% of soil cover. And this trial was conducted with 9 other biostimulants. And on these 9 other biostimulants, we came on top place in terms of soil covering. And last but not least, we also get a lot of different trials on vines, where we got in average plus 13% yield. So to be more specific on wine, we conducted some trial with institutes, for example, with the French Institute of Wine and different institutes. We also have trials with some famous domains from France, like Moët, Chandon, EDC. And from all this trial, we saw plus 13% yield. We recommend 3 applications at 3 liters per hectare. First one at the fruit set, second one at the closing, and third one at ripening. And what we saw from this trial is that we have better nitrogen nutrition and higher bunch weight. This is it. It was a quick presentation, and I'm waiting to speak with you about our product and how to get it on wine.
Thank you, Theo. Very quick and very well done. So are you I just missed the point that you are applying it to the soil or to the plant, like fertile irrigation?
We do both. We have different products.
Mm-hmm.
We have foliar one. We have the soil one. The soil one can be fertile irrigation also.
Mm-hmm.
And the last one is seed coating. And we did. I don't have the word in English for seed coating the wine things, but like you put your free of wine into the product before planting into the soil.
Yep. Thank you. Very interesting, very new, I think. At least for me, it is very new. And I invite everyone who wants to know more, even without engaging anyhow in buying something, just to know more about these new technologies. Please go to the brokerage event and book your timing and your time window to know more. Thank you again, Theo and Veragro. Now we move to machinery, because we have a video actually of Nautech. That's a French company. The people of Nautech could not be in presence live today, but they sent us a video. So if I can ask Caterina if she can kindly put on the video. Here it's coming. Good, thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Alexander Negre, the export manager of Nautech company. We are a French manufacturer of vineyard equipment. I'm sorry today I couldn't take part of today's presentations, but I would like to introduce you one of the machines we make, a shoot thinner, which is a solution against chemicals. Okay, let's have a quick look of the company and we'll go on. Our factory is located in the southwest of France near Cognac region. We manufacture products such as trimmers, pre-pruners, shredders, shoot thinners, and more. All machines are on-site tested before leaving the factory, and we ship them all over the world. We manufacture every machinery with high-quality material. We adapt to every type of vineyard in terms of size, dimensions, and height. We have a lot of different specifications that I would be happy to talk to you about. But today, I would like to go more in details into the shoot thinner. This machine is designed to remove non-fruiting branches, keeping your vine stock clear and healthy. It uses advanced rotary brushes that treat the shoots without damaging the vines. You can easily connect the machine to the tractors, whether it's front or rear. We have two models of machine, the two half rows that you are seeing now and the full row. You can easily adjust the working height between 25 to 55 centimeters to suit any vineyard requirements. The machine also comes with a built-in speed regulator, allowing to maintain a precise and efficient workflow. For young plants, you also have the possibility to stop the rotating head. The machine is equipped with anti-winding disc, as you can see now on the video, to avoid wrapping around the vines. Most importantly, the Nautech shoot thinners provide an environmentally and friendly solution for vine care, eliminating the need for chemical products. At Nautech, we are making vineyard management easier and greener. I hope you like this short presentation of the company. I will be happy to talk to you more about the equipment on July 18 or 19. Take an appointment with Nautech and I will be B2B meeting with you. I wish you a very nice end of presentation and see you soon. Bye.
Thank you, Caterina, and of course, thank you, Nautech. They also will be present on 18-19 at the brokerage event, so book your time window. And now we go to the last company of today, but again, remember that you have many others that you can meet at the brokerage event or that you can explore into the catalog, the innovation catalog. So we have now Jordan, I don't know exactly. We know very well Biomérieux for a certain number of services and tools that it can offer in terms of microbiology assessment, and curious to know what you are saying about this solution. Please, Jordan.
Right, thank you. Thank you, Jenny. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see it.
I guess it's a yes. Okay, so I'm very happy to be with you today. So I'm Jordan Devin. I'm food engineer and microbiologist. I started to work with Biomérieux 10 years ago, and since 1 year and a half, I'm in LATAM. I'm LATAM business development manager in charge to help on the microbiology topic for the wine, for the beer, and all the beverage in LATAM. Today, I'm going to present to you a new microbiology solution we propose in winery, a new innovation name, it's named Bottle Safe, and it's more especially a rapid and easy and sensitive solution for Brettanomyces bruxellensis, of course, for the detection of Brett, and also all lactic acid bacteria. And now we are talking about Bottle Safe, but it's a new kit that we can propose for before the bottling stage in order to make sure that there are nothing in the wine before bottling. So let's go more in detail about Biomérieux. Just to talk about Biomérieux, it's a French family company. The headquarters is in Lyon, but we are all around the world. We have more than 14,000 people, employees around the world. We have been founded in 1963. We do have more than 60 years of experiences in microbiology, and we are dedicated to develop, create, and propose solutions for clinical and industrial application. So in the industrial application, we propose a solution for the wine industry that allow to detect and quantify the microorganism from the grape to the bottle. So we do have all the materials, all the equipment that we can propose to the winery, and also all the reagents in order to detect the microorganism directly at the winery. A little bit of context in order to explain why the microbiology is so important in the wine industry and at the winery. They are trained on wine since few years, and organic wines, ecological, biological, whatever we are calling them, trains also of reduction of the using of chemicals products, for example, sulfate of ketosane. And finally, in the train, we can also see that there is more and more interest to control the quality of the product closer to the winery. And also part of in parallel of this train, we have the environmental condition. We have talked about it during the last presentation, but the condition of environmental is moving a lot. We are talking about global warming that impact also the wine production, for example, the wine that are more sweet today, and the conditions are more favorable for the growing and developing of the microorganism, and especially Brettanomyces bruxellensis. That is why it's very important to be able to control today the quality of the wine at the winery. So the enemy of the wine regarding to the microbiology, we are talking about Brett, especially with the production of his undesirable metabolites. We are talking about ethylphenol or ethyl guaiacol. But it's not only the one, there are also other yeast, other bacteria that can spoil the wine. In this situation, the control of in the situation of the control of the winery, it's very important to control as soon as possible, because more we will wait, the more time we will have for the microorganisms to grow in the production and to spoil the product. And also, it's very important to detect at the right time, because depending on the spoiler, depending on the source of the contamination can be different. That's why it's very important to be able to detect in each phase of the production. And it's very important also to detect with accurate on-site detection tools. So of course, it exists different kind of solutions to detect the microorganism, from traditional method, molecular biology, also solutions that analyze the metabolite of the spoiler. There are positive and negative aspects of each solution approach, from the sensitivity, selectivity, time to result, cost. Here we have an example of how we develop our solution that's named VeriFlow. We developed the solution with Jackson Family Wine and UC Davis. With who we have developed the solution VeriFlow that I will show you just after. And they needed to have a solution for microbiology that allowed to get a result at the same time, at the same day at the winery, that can be used by all the winery team with or without lab, and a better specificity, better sensitivity than the traditional method, and detect the microorganism before impacting the product. So that's why be proactive and gain peace of mind. So in order to answer to all these answer, we develop the solution VeriFlow. It's two principles: biology molecular, amplification of the DNA of the microorganism that we want to amplify, and detection of immunoassay, thanks to the cassette that allow us to detect and also to know the quantification of the microorganism, for example, Brettanomyces. This solution is available. This solution are using it more than 250 vineyards in the world. It's a rapid method. In less than 4 hours, we can get the information directly at the winery with a good sensitivity. It's very easy to use. All the team in the winery can use it. We can detect, of course, the yeast, but also the bacteria and all microorganisms. So we do have two different kits. The more, I will say, more common, it's Vinobret to detect the Brettanomyces, Vinopal for the lactic bacteria, and the new one that detects for the yeast and bacteria, all the microorganisms that can spoil the wine just before the bottling. So we do have all these solutions that can help on the microbiology part on the vineyard, and to make more control on the vineyard and to help the vineyard. So if you have any question, I can answer for the LATAM and other countries, and I also the contact of my colleague in Europe. And keep in touch, and let's talk together for more details on 18 and 19 of July. Thank you.
Thank you, Jordan. This seems to be not related to viticulture, what we have said, but all these issues and all these challenges that we have now, that's because of climate change and because of unbalanced grade that we are getting now from the vineyard. So high pH and so less effective SO2, and we want to reduce SO2. So I think your technology is going to be of a lot of interest from all parts of the world, not only from the very warm climate, as we are talking mainly today. So we are at the end of the webinar. I really have to thank all the panelists because they have been very clear and respecting the time that they had available. I think this material will be somehow available on InfoWine in the next weeks or months, depending on the editorial plan. And I really invite again every one of you to take profit of a brokerage event of 1819, as has been already reminded, but also to give a look to the whole innovation catalog and to stay in touch with the WICA. Because all these initiatives are going to be to continue in the future, and we hope that can be of some usefulness and can somehow contribute to increase the innovation establishment into the grape growing and winemaking system all around the world. So thanks again. Have a good night.